Small Steps Nurturing Center is a comprehensive, high-quality early childhood program serving children ages 2 through 6 in Houston's inner-city community.
I think the most important thing we do here is to allow every child who comes to become more of who they were created to be.
This really, it affects whether some of these kids will, end up in prison, or if they will, die young, or.
The children are much more courageous than I could ever hope to be.
Small Steps really offers kind of an oasis of calm for these children that allows them to grow, allows them to develop socially, emotionally, spiritually, and really cognitively too.
The message is simple, but the intent is profound. Small Steps Nurturing Center, which began in 1995, has but one objective: to make a difference. And the easiest place to begin is from the heart.
People who come to visit the program, they're very impressed with the love that is in the building.
It's a caring place. It's not, I don't see it like a school, it's more like a caring, they care about the children, they care about me.
Compassion is critical, but it is only the first step. Small Steps fulfills emotional needs, but also provides physical stability. Children are driven to school, 2 meals are served daily, and clothes and other necessities are provided. But this is simply a foundation for these children to grow and learn.
You had to begin at the most basic social level to even allow them to be in an educational setting and learn in a creative environment.
A lot of these children come to school with a very low self-esteem, and when they're able to have some therapeutic intervention, it raises their self-esteem and helps them to feel good about themselves.
We knew when the children were coming to Small Steps initially, whether they enter as 2-year-olds or 3-year-olds, that they were delayed in all of their academics, their social emotional skills. And we have taken the best programs from around the city and I think the nation to make an eclectic curriculum to meet the needs of this population.
This method has proven to give children a greater mastery of language, reading, and math skills. Also, project-style learning allows for the integration of the center's curriculum.
Children who come to Small Steps have very limited vocabularies, if any at all. The goal of every child who leaves Small Steps would be that they can read.
The other thing Small Steps really does is it's a nationally accredited program by the NAEYC. There's only about 5% of the child care centers in the whole Harris County, Houston region are nationally accredited. So Small Steps is really at the top of all child care centers in the entire area.
Did you see it? Okay. Routine is very good for young children. If they know what to expect, they're more relaxed, they feel safe. And it's especially important for children who sometimes whenever they get home, their home life is chaotic.
In order to better serve the children and families, Small Steps has collaborated with many Houston area organizations. They have helped in addressing physical and mental health needs, assisting teacher training, creating a fine arts program, and with early childhood research.
We were allowed to set up a partnership with Texas Children's Hospital, and last year began taking measurements on our incoming 2-year-olds. This 2-year-old group measured at the severely delayed range. This year, when we tested that same group of children, I believe Dr. Kroll's words were, it was a miracle. On an average, the children's IQ scores had risen 15 points. That let us know that the program is doing something.
I see miracles every day. children that that come in and they're not speaking very much. You know, by the end of the year, it's amazing. It's amazing the progress that they make.
I'm wishing they can do all this stuff. I didn't did it. So yes, I'm so excited. I wish they go to university and get graduated and do a lot of stuff. Yes.
I was fortunate enough to be at the very first graduation ceremony at Small Steps. To see their faces is worth the trip. But if you turn around and look at the faces of their parents and their siblings and the rest of many of their extended family, it's as if they were graduating from Harvard.
When Small Steps children leave our program, we want to make sure that they have the best educational opportunities that we can provide for them. So what we've done is collaborate with magnet programs at HISD schools that are near the communities that we serve.
And they have agreed to take some of our top graduates. We will help that change to be more permanent and to solidify for them the growth that they're experiencing.
With no federal or state funding, Small Steps must rely entirely on the private sector. 2 fundraisers are the main lifeblood of the program, but even that is not enough for the demand. In 2004, Small Steps will open a second school in Houston's 5th Ward.
It is incredibly difficult to tell a family that we are at capacity in our current building, and we literally have a family walk in daily to sign up.
When I started with Small Steps, there were a very small group of people that thought maybe, you know, we could raise $100,000 or $200,000, and something over $1 million later we had a school, and that was a miracle in and of itself. But the real miracle is what happens to the kids here.
I would say that if you gave a gift to Small Steps, that it is a living, breathing, growing gift that affects them and their families directly, and then the people and community that they come in contact with. It's like a stone in a pond. It's like the ripple effect.
It is a miracle. I wish they can have more schools like Small Steps, more kids.
I want to say thank you as a parent and the teachers, the principal. I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart.
We spend a lot of time crying around here, and most often tears of joy, just really celebrating the milestones that the families are reaching and the children are reaching. I don't think we've even begun to scratch the surface or even understand the magnitude of what's beginning to happen, not only for the children but even in the families.